back inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The ground. This is Rashad Penny, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Going for Metcalf on the... It's caught inside the 25. All the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Third and long, it's Newton. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
42-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
6 at the 28-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson will find Metcalf. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
A quick toss out right. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And some room to work. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Now they'll try trying to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
Rashad Penny, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score is Seahawks 14, Lions 3. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he blocked out shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
If he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out.
Looks like a running back going through the line. Quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
38-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Man, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 7.
First target, first catch, and a first down. Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Rashad Penny. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Carson, the first down and more. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Complete to
Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes. And
coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quadri Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They begin with a run by Penny. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind. And this time, they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Lions 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. On first down, it's Newton. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
3-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a toss for Swift left side. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Newton now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
As he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20.
Go time, baby!
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always have that being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going your playmakers. They probably need to do it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Swift is hit, and he clips it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The toss running left. This is Penny. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 29, Wilson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27. After a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Penny will try to punch it in. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. What remains here in this Thursday night matchup? This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. catch. They stuff him back at the 4. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Swift is really close enough. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
42, Lions 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They toss it out right to Johnson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. He just bumped up his personal stats with a 2nd score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you've got him in fantasy football, don't you?
I don't. You always think I just
that.
appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
Well, you are.
Thanks.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
He's tackled at the 29.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Chris Carson.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Down at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Wilson, they'll run the screen with Carson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This is Penny. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks 49, Lions 17. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now this throw caught left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
On the handoff.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. But they're going to see this in the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that.
Prater for the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this carries into the end zone. He'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own
coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Quinton Dunbar on the tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line. Tonight's
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Here for the keeps, had to make out with a feast, a family to feed, third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the gang now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal.